Yeah, once again, thanks everyone. If we can mute our mic, please, I'll really appreciate that. Thanks. Thanks for joining Data Analysis Taster session. Just a quick introduction before we get into the agenda of today. My name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. And Learn with Pride is an IT training company based in the UK, but what we specialize in is helping people that wants to transition from non-IT to IT, right? Many people don't want to go back to uni just because you want to make a career change. Everyone is looking for who can guide them, who can support them on the journey. Please, if you are just joining, can we all mute our mic, please? I really appreciate that. Please, can we all mute our mic, please? All right, so many people that wants to transition into IT are looking for someone who can hold them as in hand by hand, walk the walk with them, support them while they are transitioning. And that is what we stand for. Because it's not all about doing a training. You want to do a practical training where you can get your hand dirty, where you can be trained on industry standard tools so that when you start applying for jobs, all these tools they are asking you about, you've been trained on, you've used them yourself personally, you've practicalized, everything. So that is what we stand for. The company is we preach more about practical experience rather than certification, because with practical experience and knowledge, can we mute our mic, please? I really appreciate that. All right, so as I was saying, with practical experience and and the know-how of the job, you can get a job, you can get work. But certification with no knowledge is just like waste of time. Don't get me wrong, it's not like certification is not good, but experience comes first, and that is what you get if you enroll on the journey with us. Mentorship, support, interview preparation, you know, because we believe that your sources is also our sources. And so we help people that wants to transition from non-IT into IT. So we run courses ranging from business analysis to project management to data analytics to cybersecurity, software automation, product owner, scrum master, and DevOps engineer. So most IT related courses, we specialize in them. And so today we are going to go through data analysis. And in the course of the session as well, I'll introduce you to the facilitator that will be taking you on the journey if you decide to enroll with us. So the course is going to be a 4-month journey, right? 4-month journey that specialize using 4 different industry standard tools. So you'll be using Power BI, Tableau, SQL, and Python. So each month we concentrate on a tool. And at the end of that month, at the end of you finishing that practical training using that tool, you'll be given a project that you have to undertake to do using that tool. So every month will be a different project. So at the end of the journey, you have 4 different projects to showcase in your portfolio, or to recruiters who might probably demand or probably ask you about the project you've worked on. You have 4 different projects using 4 different industry standard tools in your portfolio that you can showcase at the end of the job, at the end of the program. I'm going to, if you can mute our mic, please, I'll really appreciate that. I'm going to ask, if you have any questions, please just hold on till the end of the session where all questions will be answered. You can start typing your questions in the chat. I'll read everything at the end, or you can raise your hand. I'll call you at the end as well. So that is what we have in stock for you. It's a 4-month journey using 4 different industry standard tools. And at the end of the course, you have 4 different projects in your portfolio that you can showcase to recruiters. Because what we stand for is, at the end of this 4 months, we want you to be in a situation, in a position whereby you can compete with those who have been doing it in the industry for 2, 3, 4 years. Yes, it is possible, because I myself am a testament to that. I came from an accounting background, and I'm into technical software automation now, which is technical, which I write codes in programming language now. And this was someone who only knows debit and credit in the past, So we believe with determination, with commitment, and with hard work, you can make this dream come true. I did a 3-month course back then as well, and it's all a testimony today. And the same thing can happen to you as well, right? It's all a matter of determination, commitment, and you have our support, which is very important, because if you are embarking on a journey and there's no support, you might get to the middle of that journey and decide, you know what, I'm not getting the enough support. I think I have to back out now. But you have the support, you have the mentorship. What more can you ask for? Those are the main thing when it comes to transitioning. Someone you can call at any time or go to when you are stuck. And that is what we represent. We've helped many transition in the past, and yours will not be something different as well if you put in the work. So I have a slide that I need to go through quickly. And after my slide, then I'll call on the facilitator that will take you on the journey to say more about the course and showcase probably one of the tools that you'll be using on the journey as well for you. So about data analysis, I'm going to leave this to your facilitator. It's going to say more about all this. Why, sorry, this is a typo. So this is actually data, not business. All right, so why data analyst, right? It's one of the highly paid roles when it comes to IT now. And the good thing is, regardless of wherever you live or wherever you are, can we mute our mic, please? I really appreciate that. Please, can we mute our mic, please? Oh. Can I ask everyone to mute their mic, please? Can we all mute our mic? All right, thank you. So wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you live, where you stay, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're in Ghana, whether you're in South Africa, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in the UK, it doesn't matter. Since post-COVID, this is one of the advantages COVID brings our way. Ability to be able to work remotely. Many companies now realize that you don't need to be physically present in the office for you to deliver the work item. So there are many remote jobs in the IT sectors now, and the reason why most people are rushing to IT. The worst case scenario, probably you'd see hybrid, but there are many remote jobs. You can be in Nigeria and get a job probably in Australia, in Canada. You might be in Ghana and get a remote job in the UK. But before you can put yourself in this position to get this job, you need to acquire the knowledge first. You need the know-how, you need the skills, at least that you can showcase at the interview to convince the interviewer that you know what you're talking about. And it's not all about certification, because your experience is what will be tested at the interview, not the certification. So, and that is what we stand for. It's one of the highly paid, as you can see, the average salary for a data analyst in the UK, it's around 65,000. We'll see more of this in my slide later on. And also, it's one of the IT courses that you can get a sponsorship visa. So whether you intend to move in the future or you're looking, you might be in Nigeria and you want to relocate probably to the UK in the nearest future. This is one of the roles that you can be eligible to get a sponsorship visa. But even without the sponsorship visa, as I said earlier on, you can get a remote job with high pay, even from back home, you know. Uh, please, can everyone mute their mic? I really appreciate that, please. I don't want to mute everyone. Thank you very much. All right, so what's the training roadmap? What's the roadmap for this journey? You undergo the training, the project, optimization of your brand, apply for jobs, and prepare for interview. Let me take that one by one. Training, you undergo a 4-month practical training with us, and that will be twice a week. Twice a week for 4 months. So, and it's not only about the training, it's not only about the practical training. You'll be given a task to do, and not only tasks to do as well. As I said, each tool you have a project that you need to undertake using each tool. Meaning, at the end of the 4 months, you must have done 4 different projects using 4 different tools. So that is the training bit. And the project is just what I just mentioned. 4 projects will be in your portfolio at the end of the journey. And after the first and the second has been accomplished, meaning you've undergone the training, you've done the project, now you have the know-how, you have the knowledge, you have the experience. The next big thing you need to do is your brand. And what is your brand? Your brand is you, your visibility in the market. You know, if you have the knowledge, if you have the experience and you are not visible in the market, no recruiters will reach out to you. So you have to be present. You have to be present. Your CV needs to represent you out there. And not only your CV, LinkedIn is one of the most important places you have to be, because it's like a marketplace for professionals, for recruiters, where they go to now and scout for people, professionals. So you have to be present in all this, and your CV has to be top notch as well. Not only top notch, all the sites, when you upload your CV, you have to make your CV searchable, because when you make your CV searchable, then the recruiters will be able to see your CVs and reach out to you. So your optimization of brand is really, really key. If you cannot do this by yourself, we partner with people who can help you on this journey, who can do this for you at a discounted rate if you cannot do it yourself. So after the first, the second, and the third has been accomplished, meaning you've done the training, you've done the project, you've optimized your brand, then it's time to start applying for jobs. But if you do the if you do the third point very well, the optimization of your brand, recruiters will even reach out to you. You might be applying manually yourself, which is fine, but most of the time, recruiters will reach out to you because you are visible in the market. They can see your skills, they can see what you can do based on your profile, and they will call you, they'll reach out, they want to get to know more about you. And the more interviews you secured, right, the more chances you have of getting the job. The more interviews you can secure, the greater your chances of securing that role in a short while. And when you get that interview, then we'll still be there for you to go through interview preparation with you. Remember, I said earlier on, your success is also our success. So we are going to do everything or anything possible to make sure that you secure that role. So when it comes to preparing you to go for that interview, we do that with you as well. So that will be the roadmap. If you enroll with us, you undergo the training, the project, the optimization of your brand. We do CV review. but we don't revamp CV from scratch. So if you have the CV, if you've done it already, you can send it to us. We can review it. If there are key things that are missing on those CV, we tell you that, oh, key pointers are missing, go and put them, till that CV is perfect, and, we'll make sure that it's perfect before you start applying for jobs. But if you don't have a CV at all, then we have a partner we partner with that can help you at a discounted rate to do your CV revamp and to do your LinkedIn optimization as well. Let me see, I've gone through all these ones. All right, prepare for interview. And these are the sample data analyst jobs. The first one paying 60K to 80K per annum. This is something you can, I think the training I did back then as well was a 3-month training when I was transitioning. And after 2 weeks of back-to-back interview, I got my very first role. And the very first role I got, I'll tell you, is between this range as well. The second one is paying 50,000 per annum. These are something, and they are fully remote. These are the type of jobs that you can get after acquiring the knowledge. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is power. It's not all about certificate. Gone are the areas whereby if you don't have a certificate, you won't be employed. No. It's beyond certification now. It's your knowledge that they will put to test, not the theoretical that you read to just go and pass, because many people knows how to read or how to calm things to go and do the examination and pass. But that doesn't mean you know how to do the job. But we teach you how to actually do the job itself, which is very key when applying for any jobs. So for tonight, for the people that are on the call today, there's an offer for you because for taking your time to attend the session, it means a lot to us, and we want to compensate you back, give our own quarter back to you. So if you are enrolling on this journey with us, just for the people that are on this call, you'll be entitled to a 50% discount for those that are on the call today. The price is $6.99, but if you are enrolling with us, I think the deadline for this, today is Saturday, the deadline for this is Monday for this 50%. If you are enrolling with us, the deadline is Monday, you still get 50% off. You cannot get this bargain anywhere. This is something that I can boast of. Half of this price for 4 months with what you are going to get on this journey, you can never get the value for your money anywhere else. And that is a guarantee. So if you are interested and if you would like to come on this journey with us, where we hold you and where we're going to hold you and support you on the journey and walk the walk with you, you have the 50% discount going on till Monday. So if you want to enroll, kindly send a message, a WhatsApp message to this number. You can take a snapshot of this number. You can write it down. So that's a WhatsApp.
Hello. Yeah, sorry, but I can't. Hello, I came in late. But how much is the money?
It's $5.99.
$85.99.
It's on your screen. Can you see my screen from where you are?
I'm using my I can see your screen, but okay. Oh, £5.99.
Yes, and half of that, you have 50% of that. So if you are enrolling, that is, you are going to pay half of that money, which is going to be £300, £299, which would be probably in Naira 240,000 Naira, something like that. And the good thing is, please I will answer all questions at the end. Please, can we mute our mic for now? Any clarification I need to make, I'll make at the very end. Please, can we mute our mic for now, just to allow the session to continue, and and for the clarity of the audio, for the recording as well. I'll answer every question regarding this at the very end. The good thing about this is it's not despite the fact that we are given 50% discount, it's not even all the 50%, the remaining 50% that is due. It is only half that is due, and the other half can be paid in 1 or 2 installments, because we want to try and make it as convenient as possible for everyone to be able to come on this journey and be able to afford it. So even despite giving the 50%, the other 50%, it's not everything that is due if you want to enroll. It's only half that is due to come on board, and the other half can be paid in 1 or 2 installments. And as I said, the last slide is for those who will be interested to come on this journey. Take the number down and just message that WhatsApp number if you are interested at the end of this session. That being said, I'm going to call on the facilitator that will be taking you on this journey. He's got many years of experience when it comes to data analytics or data science. He's going to tell you more about the data analyst, about the benefits, about everything that is going to cover on the journey with you. So without further ado, I'm going to call on Samuel. Samuel, you can take over now. Thanks.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Well, sorry, I need to share my screen. So you are all welcome once again to this section. Like my boss has mentioned, I'm a data analyst, and I have years of experience in this journey. Currently, I work for an international firm where I analyze agricultural data to help reduce the post-harvest risk. So you're welcome. So what is data basically? Data is that thing that powers everything we do. Everything we do generally is powered by data. From our day-to-day activity to what we do in our offices every day. Well, regardless of the sector we are coming from, either the agricultural sector, the financial sector, the health sector, wherever sector that we are, data, we work and we see data every day. So according to, this is a definition according to the founder of the LinkedIn. Now, what is data analysis? Data analysis is a process of cleaning, changing, and processing raw data and extracting actionable relevant information. So basically what data as it is, it always comes dirty. It always comes dirty. As a data analyst, one of your job or one of our role basically is to process data, clean the data, change it, and make actionable extraction from it, which will in turn give relevant information in order to help business decisions. This process can help reduce reduce risks and improve decisions making, basically. And these are all the core actions of business intelligence. Now, this is a search on Google. It's data analyst in demand, and you can see what is there. Transitioning to a career in data analytics can mean stable employment in a high-paying industry once you have the right skills. And that's the truth. Data, unlike any other job, what is essential in picking up a job as data analyst is your skill. Once you are rightly skilled, you are already in that space of becoming a renowned data analyst. And one good thing is this: every year there is always more demand for data analysts and same as data scientists, but there are always more demand for the job. But the only thing is to get people with the right skills to fill those roles available. So as we are speaking currently, there are different openings already, even till now, till this very moment, which is tonight. You still see different opening coming up in this position. Now, according to the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs, that's the report that was done last year. It's a yearly report. So it listed data analysts and data scientists as the top emerging job, followed followed immediately by artificial intelligence and machine learning specialists and big data specialists, basically. So you can see from the listing of the World Economic Forum, you see that data analysis is not just any role, but it's a role that would put you to that space where you'll be needed at any point in time. Now coming to our training with Learn with Pride, we have arranged a 4-month training to help you transition, coming as a beginner or even as an intermediate, to make you become an advanced user of 4 major data analysis tools. So in the course of this training, the training will introduce you to the world of data analysis. You will learn how to go through the entire data analysis process. And this includes posing a question. In every analysis that you'll be seeing yourself doing, in every sector, in every company, in every industry, there are always business questions to solve. There are always questions available, objective to meet. And these are the things you'll be doing as data analyst. You'll be posting the questions, you'll be working around the data wrangling into a format that you can use it and fix the problem that is in hand. And these are different problems. It might come from the sales department, it might come from the production department, wherever department. Like I mentioned, for me, day to day, I work on different agricultural data where I help to reduce post-harvest risks. And this in line help to make reformed business decision. Another thing you will learn in this journey will introduce you to data exploration, finding patterns in data. You need to understand how to find patterns in data if you want to become a good analyst. And these are the things you will learn in the course of this journey. You understand how to build intuition around the data pattern. Then also you know how to make conclusions and make predictions. All of these are there. And you would also know how to communicate your findings and make recommendations, either to the department or to the board of trustees. Because trust me, as a data analyst, after analyzing or fixing any problem, at the end of the day, you need to tell your story to your audience. And these are my findings, these are the things I've seen, and this is what I noticed. If you can do this, it will improve the process. These are the things that you'll be involved in your day-to-day activity as a data analyst. About the curriculum of the course, the first tool we'll be using will be Power BI, Microsoft Power BI. Microsoft Power BI is a tool that is built on Microsoft Excel. Like you already know, the world has gone beyond the world has gone beyond spreadsheet like Excel, right? If you are still in that space of using Excel now, it's more or less that you are using a wrong tool to do your analysis, because in the course of your journey as data analyst, you see yourself. Sorry, can we meet our mics, please? You'll be seeing yourself working with different large volumes of data, and you'll be doing different advanced analysis, working on different databases, working on different data sources. And all of this cannot be done with spreadsheet that we all know, which is Excel. So that's why we have put this training into being to actually improve your process, to work on the new tools that are necessary. And this under Power BI, we'll be learning how to analyze and visualize data using Power BI. The key things we'll be learning when using Power BI, we'll learn how to connect and shape our data, extracting, loading our data, creating model. For every analysis, there's always a model. We learn how to do models, how to make artificial intelligence visuals in Power BI. Then we'll also be introducing everyone to advanced DAX functions. Writing of DAX functions, we'll learn predictive analysis and forecasting analysis in all of this. Also, we'll be looking into using Tableau. Tableau is another great tool for data analysis and data visualization. So we'll be working through the Tableau, where we'll be also be looking at different ways of connecting and shaping data using Tableau. We'll be working on metadata, structuring data in Tableau, looking at business intelligence decision making on Tableau, looking at data reporting, predictive analysis in Tableau, forecasting analysis in Tableau. Another thing we'll be looking into in Tableau is to look at the advanced visual analytics under Tableau. Then also in this training, we'll be using the SQL to look into data management. As a data analyst, you have to understand how to manage your data. And this would introduce us into different definition language. We'll be looking into data definition language, data query language, data manipulation language, data control language, and transactions control language. Then the final tool we'll be using will be Python. Python is another tool, although it tends towards data science more than data analysis. But in the course of this journey, we'll be look into how to analyze data using Python as well. We'll be using Python to do exploratory data, do pandas, functions, do different things, comparing operators, and all of that. And like my boss has mentioned, in the course of this journey, for every tool, you'll be placed into doing projects, capstone projects, a business standard project, which will form your portfolio. As a data analyst, you have to build a portfolio, because trust me, whenever you are applying for a job, you are coming for an interview, the first thing they will ask you is, where's your portfolio? The portfolio will show what you have done. And that would show, yes, to show your employer or your recruiter that you have the necessary skill. Unlike other position where you have to go with certificate or whatever. And for data analyst job, what you have to tender, it will be your portfolio ahead of anything. And like I said, it will be a real work experience imitation. We'll be using different real life data in all of this. I already said what we'll be looking into using Power BI. I've mentioned Tableau. You can see we'll be doing different things on Tableau during the course of the training, and on Power BI, on SQL as well. So at the end of this training, you would have a proper understanding on how to use these 4 major tools, which is the Power BI, the Tableau, the SQL, and Python at the end of the whole training. Now, you might be wondering, after finishing this training, how do I get a job as a data analyst? So just like my boss has earlier mentioned, we can get job from different places. LinkedIn is a good place to get job as a data analyst. Twitter, during the COVID, during the lockdown, during the COVID, there were different jobs I got through Twitter. Different jobs come, you get a lot of job position, not even a permanent job, a short job that you can just pick up, and you make $1,000 within a short time to get it. So another place is Indeed.com, Dentry.io, and all of that. Viva, Upwork, these are other places where you can pick up the analysis job. Now you might have another question. Does this require a computer science background? No. You don't need to have a computer science background. You don't need to have a degree or any knowledge relating to computer science before you can come on board. Everyone is welcome, and in the course of the training, we will teach you like a new bit into the profession, data analysis. So you would have chance to walk. Hello, can we meet our mic, please? So we'll walk you through the whole process from. Sorry, can we meet our mics, please? Hello, can we meet our mics? Thank you. So in the course of the journey, in the course of the training, we don't need to have any knowledge related to computer science, because we'll be taking you from the basics of the tool down to the advanced level. At the end of the training, you understand how to use all of these tools. Now, I need to show you a quick analysis using the Power BI. Just something quick to show you the beauty of one of the tools we'll be using. So I'm launching my Power BI. Like I mentioned, Power BI is a tool built on Excel. is a tool built on Excel.
Hello?
And the reason why it's efficient is because you can use Power BI to do advanced analysis, and also work on different database and database or data formats, unlike Excel. So look at this now. This is a Power BI opening page, and you can see. Let me quickly run you through this. We have this file. We have home. We have insert, model, view, help, and all of that. So you can see add data to connect to your report. So right now I will be bringing into data. To bring in my data, I just go to get data. You can see. So the Power BI itself is a tool that is very direct to use. It's not once you enroll in the training, it will take you through the whole thing. It might seem quite intimidating to new user, but when you join the training, you will get to understand all of the process. Now I'm connecting to a text CSV data. So once I click on connect, the next thing is I will have to locate my data from my backend. I will have to locate my data from my backend. All right. So I'm bringing the data, which is labeled the invoice data. This is a sales data, basically a sales data of a company. So the next thing I click on transformation, because the first thing you have to do whenever you're analyzing the data is to perform a cleaning process, which would involve extraction and loading. So I'm not just working on this data alone. I want to bring in another data, which now will now be Excel data. So you can see the beauty of Power BI now. Unlike Excel, where I can only work on just a single data, which is Excel. Power BI has given me the means to work on different data at the same time. And I'm working on Excel. The other one I want to bring in is an Excel data. So when I click on Excel and I click connect, I can bring in the data. You can see it's a customer key. It's labeled customer. All right. So what I have now, I have this is the table and this is the sheet. So it's always advisable to bring in your table when you want to perform an analysis. So I'll just go on and bring in the table. Now I have both data right here in my Power BI. So the first thing, like I said, is sorry, let's meet can we meet our mic?
Sorry, sir.
Hello. All right, thank you.
Sorry, sir, I can't see your screen.
Oh, sorry. I'm currently sharing.
The screen is visible. It might be your network. You might need to.
The screen is
visible. The screen is visible.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You can also see my. You can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, good. So you can see now we have both an invoice data showing the invoice information. We have the invoice 9 ID, the customer code, the transaction ID, the description, and all other information in different column. And also we have the master customer, which of course is the customer information. So the first thing I would quickly do is to rename this. Instead of master customer, I can rename this table to customer. So you can see one of the beauty of Power BI. So I've done the renaming. Now look at this now. Let me show you a quick analysis we can do on this. If you look at this, for example, all right. Now look at this. We have city and province on the same column. We have city and province on the same column. So just like the same thing, we can I can split this column into two. I can split this column into two to make it into two columns. And how do I do that? I go to my add column. Once I go to my add column, we would see. So once I go to my add column, under the add column, I can use my extract by delimiter. Is it before delimiter or after delimiter? So I can do after delimiter. extract after delimiter. And what is the delimiter here? The delimiter is the opening. Once I put that's the bracket sign is delimiter, and I click OK. All right. So what do you notice there? I've done the extraction. So I can do this, rename this directly as province. I'll go ahead to name this as city. That's one quick thing we can do right there. If I go to my invoice data, for example, we have invoice line ID, we have the customer code, we have the transaction ID, description, year, month, and day. You can see together both month, year, and date can form a single column, which we can name it as what? As dates altogether. So imagine this, I can merge this together using the transformation. So I click, I want to have it in the process like month, day, and year. So once I hold on my control key and I click that, then I doing that from transformation. Then this is merge columns. So once I click on that, it brings me to this pop-up separator. What separator am I using? I can define, or I use custom. So if I'm using custom, what is the custom separator that I want to use? So I'm using slash as the separator, and I'm renaming it as date. Okay, so you've seen, what do you notice here? The column has been successfully merged together as just one. Am I correct? So we'll see now. But then looking at this is in text format currently. So I need to change this format to a date format. So I have to go ahead to click this. Once I click on this and I just select date, it will change this information to date format. What other thing can we change on this? Let me see. All right, I think that's basically the things we need to do. So I can just save this. For me to save this, I'll just click on I'll go to my home. Let me just show this. So I click on close and apply. Once I click on close and apply, the next line is for me to create a model. The model view is where the connection, there will be a connection, an established connection between my tables. There will be an established connection between my tables, invoice data and the customer data that we have imported in. So these are the things we'll be doing. But this is just an example. You might see in the course of the training, we'll be working on a large database where it will require us to actually do different large cleaning. From what you have seen here, this is not really dirty because it has undergone a first cleaning process before the class, just to save time. So, but as a data analyst, you'll be seeing yourself working on different, on a very dirty data where you have to now perform the transformation process to clean thoroughly. And these are the things you'll be seeing in the course of the training, things you'll be learning. So we have the report view where we'll be putting our visualization. This is data view where we can see the data. Sorry, it's still loading. All right. So this data view right here where we can view our data. And this last part is the model part. So from this, a model has been performed already automatically by Power BI. But in the course of the training, you would learn how to actually create a model. We'll teach you how to create a model, how to create one. But I will just be using this one. I'll be using the one that has been established already by Power BI. You can see we have customer ID connecting to the customer code in the invoice data. So once I go to my report view, I can go ahead to make a quick visual for us to see the beauty of Power BI. So I can definitely go to my invoice data and click on my sales. So I'm bringing it in as a table first. So I click on my sales data, that's the sales information under the invoice data. Then I can go to my customer data, as a customer table rather. All right, under customer table, I can choose the customer category name. Once I do that, I will form, it will bring out a table. You can see it. Let me increase this. So we can see this now. What we have here is a table showing the sales against the customer category name. So we can see under computer store, we have these sales. Under corporate, we have these sales. Under gift store, we have these sales. I can change this now to a chart, another chart. So look at it. I've converted this. From this chart now, we can see basically that the top category, that the customer category name is what? The Noventry shop, and followed by supermarket, we have the gift store, then we have all of that. So these are the things you'll be learning. We can also choose to do a formatting section on this visual now that I've done. Once I go to this, I would like to make some formatting on this. I can choose to rename the title because it's too long for me. So I can rename this as sales against category instead of customer category, since we already know that is customer information. I can put this sales against category. Right? Then I can center it. Category, okay. Okay. I can put it at the center. Then what else do I need to do? I can change this to white, the background to the text color to white and the background to black. Once I do that, you can see. So I'm doing a quick formatting space on this already. Another thing I can do on this is to add a data label. Once I add the data label, you can see. So the labels for each of the bar has pop out. So these are the things you'll be seeing in the course of the journey, and many more. This is where I would start with the analysis, just on a quick one. Now, if you have any question relating to what I've explained, you can get back to me now, so I can take that before my boss come back to the call. All right, someone. Hello, everyone. Are we together?
Yeah. So if you have any question, anyone, please kindly raise your hand, and I'll call you. Abdul Kadir Mustafa, you raise your hand. All right, I think he has changed his mind. Ahmed Abdul Tafa, you raise your hand.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good evening. Hello.
Yeah, Abdul Kadir, please hold on. Yeah, Ahmed, go on.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you for the example he has given. I think this was an insight on the expect and also the learning part. My own concerning this whole program is, I think your price will be too high. You were talking about the installment part. If then for my calculation is around 200k. Well, I don't know. Is there not something you can still go for? Then a lot of. That's just my.
Is that the question? Is
Yeah,
that the
that's my
question? All right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, thank you. When the price is set right, and as I said, I always try to, based on what we offer, right? I always try to make the price as affordable as possible. Compared to my competitors, right? I can boldly tell you that it is cheap. When all your what you stand for is quality, even if it's 500,000, 1 million, but because I know I'm going to get the best value for my money, honestly, there's no amount that can be placed on quality service, if I want to say so. So even not charging the whole amount and giving a certain, even half of the price off, honestly, I can tell you with what you are going to get, probably I should tell you, it's not only the training. Let me highlight what you're going to get for you so that you can compare and see that we've been so reasonable when it comes to the pricing. These are the things that you get. Number one, practical training. Number two, 4 projects. Number 3, mentorship. Number 4, support. When you are transitioning or when you are learning anything new, you cannot do without the mentorship and the support. This course, you can easily go online and subscribe for the online version. But do you have someone that will support you on that online version you subscribe to at a very cheaper rate? No. Do you have someone to call on when you are stuck on your task? No. Why do I know? I've got an online course as well. You can go on Udemy, Google my name on Udemy. It is so hard, because people that place their courses online at a very cheap price, it's a passive income for them. They don't have time for you. You might ask questions. There might be a platform to ask questions, but before they get back to you, might be a month after. This is not like that. You are getting your solution instantly. You are getting, even to the extent that if during the class you don't understand, you can even call after the class to organize a session. Can you get this online? No. I've mentioned the practical training, I've mentioned the project, I've mentioned the mentorship, I've mentioned the support, and you get a reference from us for the duration that you are with us. For the 4-month duration you are with us, you get a reference. Now tell me if the price is still high. We serve quality, we represent quality, and I can boast as in anywhere, at the end of the 4-month course, when you start reaping the reward of the investment that you've made, then you realize that what you've paid to get to where you are then is nothing but a chicken change. Nothing good comes cheap, right? If you want a quality service, then it has to be paid for. And that is why I've even been so considerate to be given the 50% away. I don't know whether I've answered that question, Ahmed.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Sorry,
Ab-
let me take this. Let
Yeah,
me take this.
Yes, I got some my question now.
Yes, yeah. You can ask your question. Yes.
May I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Okay. Just want to confirm if since I'm out of the UK, so can I have the mentors like the lectures online during my course?
Yeah, see, it is a live session. It is not a recorded session, right? And there will be a group that will be created for the people that will be joining the course.
Okay.
So you are not alone. You have access. You have one-on-one access to your facilitator, right? So it's not like they want to drop you in the middle of the ocean and forget about you. No. It's a live classes that you can ask questions online. Even after online, you can still reach out to your facilitator.
Okay. So the total amount is how much? I'm missing that is the total.
If it's Nigeria, it's 240, and half of that, the total amount is 480. But because I'm giving
in US dollars.
Because I'm giving the in pounds is 599 in pounds. But if it's naira, that would be around 480,000. But because I'm giving 50% off, that will be 240,000. And it is half of that money that is due to start on the course, and the other half can be paid in installment.
What about in US dollars? Because on our country we are using the US dollars.
What countries are?
I'm in Zimbabwe.
Oh,
So we
okay.
are
That will be
using US
400. That will
dollars.
be that will be the total amount will be $800. Why the half of that will be $400?
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, sorry, good evening. Let me quickly take this one.
Hello, please,
Someone
can I-
asked, yeah, sorry, 1 minute. Good evening, Mr. Julius. He said, yeah, I said, what is the difference between data analytics and data analysis? So the real difference is this: data analysis is a process which involves collection, manipulation, and examination of data itself for getting a deep insight. When you say data analytics is taking the analyzed data and working on it in a meaningful and useful way to make a well-vast business decision. But one thing you should understand is this: in the course of this training, you are not just doing data analysis, but you will be doing the data analytics process itself. Because for every data analyst, you are doing both the analysis and the analytics process, where you have to give a reformed business decision. I don't know if I've explained that to you. Hello?
Thank you.
Did you get that? All right.
Please, I
And
can hear
another
that.
person.
Okay,
Yeah,
hello,
good.
moderator.
Another person asked, sorry, 1 minute. Another person asked,
Okay.
saying, what's the difference between data analytics and data science? When you say data science deals with the unknown by using more advanced data techniques. So when we talk about data science, we have to learn a bit more on machine learning to do different algorithms and do predictive modeling. Just like I've mentioned, you'll be learning at Python in the course of this training. But then Python is still that tool that we use in doing data science, data scientist job in the advanced way. Do you get it now? So that's just basic difference. But both data and analysts and data scientists use almost the same tool, which is the same tool we'll be taking in the course of this training. The only difference is for data scientists, they do a lot on algorithm than the analyst. All right.
All right. Yeah,
Okay, can I
thank
ask my
Hello.
question now, please?
Thank you, Samuel. Please let me call
Thank you.
everyone one by one so that we can have a more refined session. So you've raised your hand. Please just allow me to call you and you can talk. Raf, please unmute and talk. Rav Mochi, are you there? All right. Ikena, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
This
this
is
is
Ikena talking, please. Can I continue?
Ikena,
is
just
Raf.
please. Oh, Ikena, please. Just 1 second. Raf, go ahead, please.
Okay, my question is, you said half of the price is 240,000 naira, and you make mention of twice payment. The twice payment, is it based on the 240? Maybe you pay 120 and 120 again?
That's correct. So the total price supposed to be 480, but because you are getting half off, that will be
I understand.
240. So for that 240, it is not everything that is due to start. It is only half of that that is due to start. And the other
120.
half, yes, and the other half can be paid in 1 or 2 installments.
Okay, that's a good one. Another question again is, I know you are talking of business analysis or business analyst, but
Yes.
what about the business, how will I call it? You are talking of data analyst now, but I'm trying to make a kind of judgment between a business analyst and a data analyst. What's the difference?
Samuel, do you want to take that or you want me to take it?
Anyone? Should I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead then.
All right. So the thing is this: both business analysts and data analysts use almost the same tool to do their processes. Both what we do basically, we improve business decision making, and through through different things. But one thing is this: as a business analyst, you might have to do a little more on Scrum Master. That's there's a tool, just adding different tools. But both business analysts and data analysts, we both work with data. The only difference that I can feature out is for business analysts, we use the data. They use the data to make strategic business decisions, which is actually in line with the data analyst role as it is. Just the difference between them, it's as a business analyst, you might be required to actually learn an additional tool other than the data analysis tool, which is limited to the data analyst as a whole.
All right.
Yeah.
To buttress that, quickly, although there are few roles that you see you see it titled business data analyst, right? Yes, and there are roles that are just basically business analyst. So when you are talking about just business analyst and data analyst, business analyst deals more with when it comes to gathering requirements, when it comes to communication with product owner. So you have to be good if you want to go into business analysis, you have to be good with communication. There's no hiding place for you because you are at the forefront. It's like you are fighting a war. You are the forefront. You have to gather requirement. You have to elicit requirement. You have to convert to user stories and all of that. But data analyst, as the name suggests, deals more with data manipulation and all of that. So you must love data or data manipulation for you to enroll or to go data analyst way. But for the business analyst, if it's not business data analyst, for business analysis role, it deals more with gathering requirements from stakeholders, converting those requirements into your user stories, and those are the things that they will use to develop in the software development lifecycle. I don't know whether that makes any sense.
Okay. As Samuel rightly said now, I think what I understand by data analysts, a data analyst gathered data, then present them the way they are. Then I think the business analyst use those data to form decision for a company, right?
That's correct.
To take decision for a particular department or a company, Then he talked about the Scrum.
Scrum Master, yeah.
Yeah, by special grace of God, I'm a Scrum Master certified. I understand how
I have my yellow belt already on my Scrum as well.
Yeah, I'm a Scrum Master certified. Well, I've understand. I just want to know if I have a different opinion between data analyst and business analyst. I think we're on the same page with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ralph. Really appreciate it. Ikenna, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. You've actually given a very useful and insightful explanation and detailed information on this your program, right? However, I have a couple of questions I want to ask. One of them is, when is the program starting? The exact date?
Starting on the 8th of November. So it's going to be twice a week. It's going to be on a Tuesday and on a Thursday. So it will be starting on Tuesday, the 8th of November.
What's the time, please?
It will be 8 p.m. UK time to 10 p.m. UK time.
Okay, that's fine. Second question is, I want to now the 4 month training. Sorry, the 4 month training period you talked about. I want to understand how depth this particular training will be, because most of the training I've been seeing online, most of them span across 7 months or 8 months or even 1 year, right? Because they're looking at the depth of the training. So you talked about 4 months. I want to be guaranteed that that 4 months will give me that depth that I need to get my first opportunity in data analysis job. So please, you have to just buttress that.
Yeah, Samuel, do you
Uh,
want to take that?
Yeah, sure.
Please, the last one, please. Now, you talked about last week, please. You talked about reference. What do you mean by reference? Are you trying to say that
Okay, so because
okay.
because it's more or less like a work experience when you are undertaking this journey with us, right? So for in your CV, you can use us in that 4 months as a reference. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I mean, like in my CV, I can state I worked
Yes,
for so and
yes,
so as a
yes,
data analyst. That was
yeah,
okay.
yes, with us for 4 months.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, the last one is now in the course of the training, the videos will be recorded. I want to ask, will it be
That's
recorded?
correct.
And will
Yes,
you send it to us for
yes, yes,
usage in
and the
your
mat and the material and the material as
and
well.
brush it
Yes,
up ourselves? Okay,
yes.
that's fine.
Samuel, answer the question, please.
All right. So about the guarantee that you're asking, I can tell you categorically, if you follow the our training, like in total, you would get at the end of the training, you, which is 4 months. I can guarantee that you get your first job as data analyst. You know, it requires more than just you coming on board into the training. It now goes on to practicing and doing exactly what we asked you to do during the training. In the course of the training, I would be giving different projects, that's personal project and all other projects. At the end of the training, you would have based on our outline, you should have nothing less than 4 portfolio. That's already project work done by you. But if you are a person that is ready to put in more work, then you would have more project done by yourself. And like I said, the main thing you are pushing to any recruiter is your portfolio, which would have all the projects you have worked on as a data analyst, and this is what you would that will push you into getting that job. Do you get it?
Yeah, thanks,
Okay.
Samuel.
All right.
To buttress that quickly, we give you all the tools, all the necessary support that is needed to succeed on this journey, right? So when it comes to doing our part, we surely do our part, but it is not only left to us. You need to do your part as well. This is what I tell my students, because I facilitate as well. Your input at the end of the day will be equals to your output, right? Because it will eat out of your time. There's nothing, if you really want the change, there's no room for excuse. Like, oh, I've been working 12 hours, I don't have time to go over this. That will not work. Because at the end of that 4 months, you want to be in a position whereby you can compete with those who have been doing it in the industry. And for you to get to that position, you need to dedicate your time into the process. You understand? We surely do our bit, right? But you yourself on the other side, for the process to work, we have a work to do and you have a work to do. And at the end of the day, we both be happy. Have we answered that question?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks. Sunday Oyerinde.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm an accountant by training, and I'm also looking at transitioning into tech space. So first, I just need to know if it's a good decision I'm making. And I think some of the questions I intend to ask, they've been asked by the previous people that spoke. So I just need to know basically, what are the things that the course will be offering for me to make that transition and opportunities available also if I move in fully into that space?
All right. Before I let Samuel answer that, I always like it when I see my fellow people from accounting world wants to transition. I've got my undergraduate in accounting and I've got masters in accounting as well. But it got to a point whereby it's just so boring, doing accounting role, and I wanted something different. And that was how I landed in software engineering, whereby from non-technical, I'm not doing a technical role, writing code in C#. And not only that, I train other people as well. And remember, I didn't go to uni to study anything technical. What I did was to undertake a 3-month course as well. Even the course I took, there wasn't any support system. I had to do most of the job myself. But because I wanted that change badly, I commit everything into that process. Sleepless night, my sweat, and I can assure you 2 weeks after I finished, after back-to-back interviews, I secured my very first role. And the rest is story today. So when it comes to, and that was actually how Learn with Pride was born, because I understand that many people will be in my own situation as well, and who needed some kind of support. And that is what we are offering you. Because when you embark on a journey, on a training, right, and there's no support system, then it's more like, the student you might reach middle of the road and you know what, I'm just stuck. I can't continue. Nobody to help me. I'm stuck. I'm not getting the support that is needed. That is not the case with us. We give you all the support in and online and offline. You get that kind of support, which goes a long way to your success. So that is what we offer, and I'll allow Samuel to answer the rest of the question. Samuel, over to you.
All right. So this is it. As an accountant, you need. I would tell you directly. You need data analytics, like it's useful for you already. And these are few reasons why I feel you need to come on board. It would help you give you that skill to actually know how to design patterns and do different analytics management, do different multiple stream of data, which in all of this will be, even during the course of the training, we'll be working on different financial data. Like you've seen in the quick run I did, that was an index data, more of a financial data as well. So basically, you would learn how to evaluate performance at the end of this training through analysis, how to mitigate risks, understand the behaviors of customers, tracking and reviewing customers and internal behavior patterns. Then you will learn how to build business, even build business plans using the previous data that you have at hand. And also you know how to actually draft a proper structure for business improvements, maximize profit, which is a major thing in data analysis. Like I said, the analyzing would help you to actually maximize profit and reduce risks. So these are all of the things you'll be learning in the course of this journey. You will see yourself working on descriptive analytics, diagnosis analytics, predictive analytics rather, then prescriptive analytics. All of this will be putting you into the whole space. And like I already said, you'll be working on the major two, the Tableau, the Power BI, SQL, and Python. I know a lot of us will be like, why are we not using Excel? Like I said already, the world has gone past the just spreadsheets. You can't be at this point in time. You can't be just be. You can't. There's no way you want to analyze a big data, a large data now, or do advanced analysis, and you are still trying to work with Excel. So so if you come on board, you would actually have that space Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I think I just muted you. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Alright. So basically, you would have at the end of the training, you will not only have knowledge on data analysis, but you would have that sufficient knowledge to actually draft different line of analysis in accounting, which is basically the descriptive analytics, the diagnosis, the predictive, and the prescriptive. These are the four analytics basically in ranging over the accounting analysis already. So all of this, it's what you would learn and get to understand it better in the course of this journey. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Samuel. Sunday, honestly, if you are really hungry for that change, I can assure you, you need that support. As I said earlier on, there are many courses online that you can undertake, but the support system is not there. They are very cheap. But when you are stuck, we are all human beings. When we are stuck with tiny issue, we tend to want to give up, and that is why we are here to support. You have mentors, you have your facilitator to go to, you have that structure there to help you to succeed in your career change or career switch. So I could assure you it will be a good investment, especially if you are considering a career change. At the end of the day, what you'll be making, the amount you pay for the fee will be a chicken change compared to what you'll be making at the end of the day after you've gone through the process. And I think we've answered your question, Sunday.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Nnamdi.
Yeah, good evening. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you very much for the lecture. It was quite an insightful one. So during the process of while you were briefly showing us how to make use of Power BI, you made mention of something I actually wanted to clear. It's a Microsoft package, right? But you've also mentioned this a bunch of Excel. I don't know. Maybe you can just show clarity. You can just explain more, give more clarity about that. And also, during this slide, I saw something that was one of the curriculum, which says for the Tableau, which is for data and visualization. Yeah, analysis and visualization of recent Tableau. So I don't know. Is that Tableau? Is it a program of its own? Or so I just want to understand this packages very well.
All right. So if I get correctly, all right. So if I get correctly, you are asking for the difference between the Power BI and Excel, right? That's the first thing you asked.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
All
sure.
right. So this is it. They are both Microsoft too. But like I said, Excel is a spreadsheet. It's just a simple spreadsheet. It's a spreadsheet too. But like I've been saying, or like I've been saying at the beginning of this section, I said analysis itself has gone beyond just the simple spreadsheet that we do on Excel. Now, as a data analyst, you have to understand how to work on different large volume of data and how to do advanced analysis, which cannot be done on Excel directly. So in order to do this, that is why Microsoft now built a new tool, which is Power BI. Power BI is an advanced tool built on the engine of Excel. Now for Power BI, you can tend to work on a large volume of data and do different advanced analysis. Then also, unlike Excel, where you are limited to just work on a particular data format, which is Excel, it has to be in Excel format before you can work on the data on Excel. Power BI has given us the opportunity to work on different data sources, data format. You can see now from the short thing I did. I brought in a data which was in text CSV format. I can choose to work on the database data. I can bring in data from the database. I can choose to work on a web data, probably get the data directly from Instagram, get different, like now you can do different analysis because of Power BI. So that's why right now, as a data analyst or someone coming to data analysis, you have to understand that you are not coming in and thinking whatever knowledge you have on Excel, or you think you learning your Excel will give you that whole thing. No. Now we are talking about a large volume of data. Now for Tableau, you said you want to know if Tableau is a different tool. Yes, Tableau is a different tool on its own. So is a data analysis and data visualization tool. It's a data analysis and data visualization tool. But for Tableau, both Tableau and Power BI has their differences. They have their importance and their weaknesses. That's why in the course of the training, you'll be learning the two, both the Power BI and the Tableau. So you might see yourself at the end of the day, some rows in the rows, they might tell you, okay, what we need is someone that understands Tableau. Just knowing Tableau perfectly will even give you a job, can give you a job already as a Tableau specialist. That's why in the course of the training, we have built it in such a way that you understand how to use Power BI, which is one of the core tools. Then Tableau, which is another great tool for data analysis. Then we will now move into data management using the SQL. Then finally, we would touch the part of data science, which is talking about the Python. Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Samuel. Nnamdi, has that answered your question?
Yeah. That's quite nice. Very much
All
clear.
right, you're welcome.
All right, thank you. Tunde
Thanks very much.
Jinadu, you're welcome. Tunde, you can unmute and talk.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I have a technical background, computer science, but a bit of analytics understanding. I just want to know what the program entails, which Samuel had mentioned earlier. When is the program starting? And the duration is going to go for 4 months. When is it starting and the mode of payment? I think I missed that mode of payment. Someone said the first payment, I'm in Nigeria, he said 240. Did you say I'll pay 120 first, then I can pay the remaining 120 twice?
Yes, that's correct. And the training is starting on the 8th of November, on Tuesday. So it will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time.
UK time, okay. So 2 hours for the 2 days in a week.
Yeah, so that will be 4 hours a week.
Okay, so is it payment before Tuesday?
Yes.
Or the first installment should be before Tuesday, before it starts, before
yes,
the
that's
training
correct.
starts.
That's correct, yes.
And are you going to share this slide with us?
I can share, but the question is, where, what can I do? Okay.
Okay. Where to share it?
Why? You can drop your email on the chat. Someone will pick it up and we can share the slide with you.
Okay, so if we need to make payment, so how do we get in touch with you?
Can you see my screen? Can you see the enrolling details on the screen?
Yes, I can see WhatsApp number.
Yeah, message that WhatsApp number, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Is that all, Tunde?
That's all from me, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Salawu.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I want to ask if Actually, you talked about support.
Yep.
I don't know how or the extent of the support that you made mention of.
Okay.
But my worry is ICT stuff, after the training and everything, how get lost, let me say, hands on the work, or maybe, they give you a role, maybe you secure
Yeah.
data
Yes.
analyst, and maybe you have been asked to do this and do that. How do we, like, I just want to know if there is going to be a kind of guide that can actually guide us through. Like they just give you a role and maybe you kind of lost because, there's a different thing entirely when
All
you
right.
get to the feed
All
and
right.
maybe after the training and everything,
All right.
So
So I totally get your question. And number one thing is when you go through the process of the 4 months, right? We build you in such a way that you should be able to face any challenges, regardless of whatever the tools that they will be using, whether it's Power BI, whether it's Tableau, or whether it's SQL. But that being said, I understand the fear, right? And after the training, getting a job and probably having issues, or you want a quick clarification of something, we won't just disappear to the clean air, or we won't say we don't know you again, because to us is more than the money, right? It goes a long way when you get a job, because we believe if you are a satisfied customer, someone somewhere will ask you, how did you do it, or where did you do it? And which is what we are after. So we won't say because we've collected your money and your 4 months is over, we don't know you again. No, we won't act like that. So you can always come back to us for any clarification or for any kind of support that you might want.
okay, then my second question is, you are going to give us certificate after the whole program.
All right, good question.
I want to ask, what certificate are you giving to us then, and
All right.
I want to know if the certificate is actually a kind of, let me say, a verified one, or
Okay.
maybe the name of the school, or maybe the
All right.
program is affiliated to a
All right.
school.
Even where you are not going, I understand you. Let me pieces it for you, because I get this question a lot of time. And the way we how am I going to say it? The way we are brought up to believe that we can only make it with certificate.
That's absolutely
That's
correct.
number one. Number two, I don't need to hide anything, or I don't need to tell you what we cannot do just because I want to collect your money and tell you we can do it. We are not affiliated to any professional body, not at all. Right? That's number two.
Okay.
Number three, I made mention it when I started this session. Certification without the knowledge or the experience will not get you the job. And I'm talking from experience. I was brought up in Nigeria, although I've been living in this country for like 18 years, right? I've got different certifications. I transitioned as well. Despite all the certifications that I have, professional certification, I was unable to get a job. Why? I don't have what it takes. I don't have the knowledge. So learn with pride we don't preach certificates. Instead, we preach practical training, hands-on job experience. And we are not affiliated to any professional body. The only certificate that you can get from us on demand is certificate of completion, which will even go into your wardrobe or somewhere. Because when you start applying for jobs, you are not applying for jobs and you want to tell the recruiters you just finished a 4 months training. No, you don't want to do that. Because we want to build you in such a way that at the end of that 4 months, you should be able to stand in a position whereby you can compete very well with those who have been doing in the industry for 2, 3, 4 years. Right? Nobody, truth be told, nobody wants to employ. If I'm the recruiter and you tell me, oh, actually, I just finished this training 2 weeks ago. Did you actually think I will employ you? Because I'll believe you don't have what it takes. That is what we want to get rid of. Right? So giving you a certificate, yes, there's a professional certification. I'm not saying certification is not good. Don't get me wrong. Certification is good. And even someone will tell you, even sometimes you can even get it for free. Like if you want to do Power BI certification or whatever, it will guide you to do that. But we are more than certification, if you understand me. What we represent is more than certification. What you get from us will take you beyond what certification will take you. Am I making any point? Do you understand?
Very clear. Very clear.
Yeah.
Hello?
Thanks.
Very clear.
No worries, Salah. Mary, it's your turn, please.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mary.
Okay, first I'd like to thank you and Summer for offering us this taster session and giving us insights to pursue this course. Okay, first I got 3 questions. One is regarding the payments. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was asking, is the discount valid for all nationalities or Nigerian
Yes.
students?
No. I'm not. We are not a biased company. We have students all over. It's not only Nigeria. No, not at all. It's for everyone.
Regarding the payments.
What is it?
Regarding the payment.
Yes.
Other than PayPal, what other method can we transfer through?
No, that is fine. Just message that number. See, at the comfort of your home, it will just be like you are buying grocery online. There will be a payment. You can pay using Stripe. So if you just copy the WhatsApp number on the screen, just message, a link will be sent to you whereby you can make a payment using your debit or your credit card at your own convenient time.
Okay, thank you.
At no charge to you.
Okay, thank you. My second question is regarding the project.
Okay.
So I wanted to know if the project, is it industry driven, or like what's the criteria of selecting the projects that we work on?
All right, I'll leave that to Samuel. Samuel, over to you.
All right. Yeah, thank you. So basically, the projects you will be working on are industry driven. They will be live data. We'll be working on different live data from different industry. You might find yourself working during the course of the project. We can work on financial data. We can see ourselves working on some other industry data. So that's basically how we guide our project. And it's not just a project that you will do just to ascertain something. There are projects that would push everyone to actually solve a business problem. So all the projects will entail solving a problem related to the industry.
Okay, thank you so much. So my final question is regarding the timings of the classes, right? You said it's 8 p.m. UK time.
Yes,
yeah?
Yeah, 8 p.m. UK time to 10 p.m. UK time, Tuesdays
So
and
that's
Thursdays.
10. Okay, so that's 10 p.m. Kenyan time, right? So I was wondering, are there any other available slots?
That is the only slot for now.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Are you 2 hours ahead of UK?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
UK is going 1 hour behind today. We are going 1 hour
Yes.
backward today.
Yes.
So that would
So it's
be,
normally 2 hours ahead.
oh, so that would be, so 8 p.m. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, no problem. Is that all from you,
Thank
Mary?
you. Yes.
All right. Thank
Thank
you so much, Mary. Oluwakemi.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Hello, good evening. So, I'm an accountant, a chartered accountant. It's a data science of a team. My question is now that these 1 month, will it be enough for all these things that you mentioned, all these courses you mentioned?
Okay.
That is one. The second one is you are giving this notice you are giving is just too short. You are saying 8 December, November 8, just too short. How do you? I just wanted to ask, give more light on the two question. Thanks.
Sorry, what's your first question? Because there was the network cut off some. I didn't get the first one clearly.
The first name. Okay, you will see there, Oluwakemi.
No. The first
So,
question. Your first question.
okay, the first question is, will you be able to finish this syllabus within this duration of time for all these,
All right.
what we have to do in Python, in
Okay.
Power BI? Because I know even Python itself is large.
All right. Okay. All right. Thanks for that question. Again, I'll go back to myself. I told you I was an accountant before too, right? And that is non-technical. I undertook a 3-month course. What you need to understand is it is not everything about data analytics that will be covered in that 4 months. What will be covered are the essentials that you need to know to get your first job. Same thing when I was when I was transitioning as well. It wasn't everything that was taught. I was taught the key things I need to know when it comes to software engineering, software automation. And that was what I capitalized on. That was what I buried my head on. And it's all a story today. Because I'm not only doing the job, I'm training others as well. And this is someone who came from an accounting background, a non-technical background. So with the extra commitment from you, with our own tailored training, right? You cover a lot in that 4 months, and your knowledge in that 4 months, what you learn in that 4 months, coupled with your own commitment, your dedication, and your determination, you'll be able to measure it to someone who has been doing it for 2 years or 3 years. That is it. But you learn. See, when any job in IT, I'm still learning. Learning never stops. Even in IT, where I work, half a day on Fridays is dedicated for personal development, just to go and learn, because you can never know everything. No, it is not possible. But you need to know what is sufficient enough for you to go out there and get part of the national cake. And that is what we focus on. And secondly, for the timing, that is the 8th of November is more than a week. It's more than a week time. And that is why the way tester session works is after the tester session, it's not like we have to wait another 3 weeks before the actual class will start. Many people will lose interest if that is the way it works. So that is why it doesn't really work like that. So at most, probably like 1.5 weeks after the tester session, that's when the actual thing will kick off. And so that's why this one is kicking off on the 8th of November, which is like just a week or a week and a day or something like that. And for the payment as well, it's not all the payment that is due. It's only half that is due, and the other half.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
So that is why we structure it that way. Yeah. Any other question,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Oluwakemi?
No.
All right. Thank you so much. Kingsley, you raise your hand.
Hello.
Hello, Kingsley. Go on.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Good evening, Kingsley.
Yeah. The last speaker just honestly took my mind because I'm just a non-IT person. I don't have idea of anything about IT. I only know how to read mail and watch video on Facebook.
Nollywood.
Thank you very much. But over 2 months now, I just picked interest in all this Excel stuff. But then I don't just know the way forward. So with all what Samuel is saying about the data, this, data, that, it's like a Voltron. I don't know if you know Voltron.
Speaking in tongues.
So I wouldn't know how 2 hours is going to be enough, and 2 days in a week. Like somebody like me who does not have a background of
Let me now tell you one quick lie. I started my own course today, my own training. I facilitate software automation training, and I started the course today. My own training is only once a week, and it will run for 3 months, and it's just once a week. And the people that enrolled on my course as well, they don't know anything regarding the software automation, right? And I want to I'll take them from knowing nothing to knowing more than enough in 3 months. And it's just once a week. The way it works is this, right? And the data analytics one is even 2 days a week, right? You have tasks to do during the week. You have more than enough to get your hands dirty. And that is how you learn. The way you learn, despite the fact that you know nothing, but you have that determination that you want to know this thing. And the only way you can know and master your trade is by practicing, right? So the lecture might be twice a week, but you have more than enough to do to get you busy, to get your hands dirty, to do all over again till the point that you are perfect. As I said, my own training is once a week, but before we meet another week, they have more than enough they need to do, because I know they're going to run into problems. They are going to run into issues, and they will come back to me. And the process of us resolving that issues is when they learn. That is when the actual learning takes place. When you try to do things yourself and you are stuck, and you call on help and they help you out, the process of helping you out is you learning. Because once that particular problem is solved, then when you encounter such later on, you know how to solve it. So I can tell you categorically that 4 months, it is more than enough. If I can take my student from knowing nothing to a point whereby they can write codes in C# language, right, in 3 months, and they are getting jobs, right? So why not 4-month journey on a 2-day weekly? You achieve a lot, trust me. Is that your question, Kingsley?
Yeah, that's thank you.
All right, Ralph, I thought I've called you. Do you have another question, Ralph?
Can you hear?
You're on mute if you're talking, Ralph.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. What I wanted to put in is, you see, most of the competitors.
You are sounding really low.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm struggling, but yeah, go on.
Okay. I said that most of the competitors you have in the market today, like the India folks,
yeah,
you know, they are affiliated to these international institutes of business analysts. You know, I think if you have an opportunity to be to sell your program very well, right? And again, what some of them they do when you are done, when they are done with you and you are through with their training, they assist in maybe getting job. It might not be automatic. They assist you in getting job. I don't know if you have such a plan in place. You may not be able to get everybody a job, but you look for a way to see maybe you have that one as a plan for your students.
All right, Ralph. These Indian people you're talking about, I work with them as well, right? And I know the in and out of the trade. It is just that this journey, it is not about affiliation. Trust me, I'm talking from experience. Yes, as you said, that might sell my market. But do I need to deceive you with affiliation to sell my market? No. Because I know that is just the packaging. The real thing that will get you the job is not the affiliation. No. Truth be told, it is not. Where I've done my certification, they are affiliated. Does that get me anywhere with the certification? No. So I understand you perfectly. And I want to see you as my brother or as my sister that I can come to and be open to and say the truth to. Right? Yes, it may be a good thing to be affiliated to something, but is that the real thing that will get you the job? No. It goes beyond affiliation. Knowledge is power. It is your knowledge that will get you the job, not the affiliation. It is your knowledge that will get you the job, not learn with pride. It is your knowledge and experience. Why do I need to package something that I know will not add value to my people at the end of the day? As I said, me as a person, based on my experience and based on my journey so far, I've been in this industry for a while now, right? The key thing that is missing, that people are not getting the job of their dream, is because of that knowledge and experience. Because take for example, if I'm affiliated to, let's say, ACCA, Association of Chartered Accountants, right? And you did your training with me, does that guarantee that you get a job? That is not a guarantee that you get a job. But the knowledge that we impact in you and stays with you forever, it's what guarantees whether you get a job or not. And when it comes to helping students to get a job, there is an adage that says, we teach you how to someone should remind me, how to fish. Is it how to fish?
Yes.
Yeah, we
You don't
we
need to
won't. Yeah,
to fish.
yeah, we won't give you the fish, because if we
But we
continue
teach how
giving
to
you the
fish.
fish, it might finish. But if you know how to get it yourself, that is, nobody can take that away from you. You know? And when I started the session earlier on, what will give you all this advantage is your visibility in the market. Your CV review will do all that with you. You know, your LinkedIn presence, and you'll be amazed how people will be reaching out to you for job. And little or nothing will you need our help at all, because recruiters are reaching out to you, and that is your own effort. But any opportunities that comes our way, probably to learn with pride, we always throw it open to our students. But we don't go only if you have a contract that has to do with probably data analytics, then that's when we get our students involved to do that. You know, but what you get out of the journey will be more than enough for you if you do what you're supposed to do in terms of CV, in terms of visibility in the professional market. You'll be amazed how people will reach out to you. You'll be amazed. But I understand your point, and probably in the future I'll take you on board. Just that personally, based on what Learn with Pride was born, how it came about, when it comes to all these professional bodies certification, it's all about packaging to me, because it didn't help me when I was looking for that career change. And I don't want my people to be deceived by that. I want to sell the truth to my people. But thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you are right. You are right. Well, it's just that, like me, as I said before, I'm a certified Scrum Master. I got my certification since January this year. I have never used it.
See, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one line again. One line. And this is when you know that we are different. My Scrum Master class, for the people that enrolled on my Scrum Master class, they are getting 3 for 1 price. They are getting trained as a BA, as a product owner, and as a Scrum Master, purely practical, and you'll be able to work on a live project as well. See, we build on quality. It's easier. I can talk from now till, but you just need to experience it yourself, so that you won't say it's all about mouth. As in, the value they are getting for those who enrolled for my Scrum Master class, which is practical and project. They will work on a live project whereby a full Scrum team, there will be a Scrum Master, there will be a developer, there will be a product owner, there will be a product designer, there will be a business analyst, there will be a tester, full Scrum team. Now tell me, when you pass through that process, how won't you be able to get a job at the end of the day?
But when though on this our own is that, all these recruiters or this company, because of the fear of maybe sponsorship, visa sponsorship, they will want to hire somebody in Nigeria. I know my CV is on the LinkedIn, and most of them, they will tell you they cannot.
Please don't.
But even sorry, Mr. Aki, one more. Even regardless of sponsoring you, how do you think thought about it the way that you can actually be doing a remote job where you still getting your money in dollars right there in Nigeria that you are?
I know. But I'm not
So it's not really about the position. Positioning does not really matter for this career. All you need is the skill. Once you have the proper skill set, my brother, even if you are not in Nigeria now, you are in the desert. Once you have the skill and you are available, that you will get that job. That's just the truth.
My business analyst facilitator lives in Nigeria, but he works for a company in the UK. He's not on any sponsored visa because he lives in Nigeria, but he works for a company in the UK. You know, there are opportunities out there. You know,
it's okay.
there are opportunities out there. We just pray that will be one of those that will be favored. That is it. But there are opportunities out there. All right. Is that all from you, Mr. Ralph?
Maybe I'll chat with you later.
No problem, sir. No problem. Any other question from anyone before we call it a night? It's been a 2-hour session. You know, I hope we've gained 1 or 2 things out of this session. Any final word from anyone before we call it a day?
Sorry, Mr. King, someone dropped a chat on the chat box. Probably, have you copied that already?
No, I'm not even checking my chat.
All right. So there's a message there. Probably you can attend to it later.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
All right, sir. Go for your question.
Yeah, I didn't come in early, so I wasn't fully informed. But I just have a quick question. Like, how much is the cost for the program?
Okay. What country are you, sir?
I'm in Nigeria.
In
Lagos.
Nigeria. Oh, all right. The full price is actually 480, but for the people on the session, we are given a 50% discount, so that will be a 240 to pay. But only half of that 240 is due to start. Is actually due for you to come on board to start the course, and the other half can be paid in 1 or 2 installments. The course is for 4 months. It runs on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. And this one is starting on the 8th of November. Yes, and there is a number on the screen, the WhatsApp number. If you copy that WhatsApp number and probably there's anything after the session you want to know, you can chat me up on that number and I will be more than happy to respond back to you. And anybody who wants the recorded session as well, please copy the number and I'll WhatsApp the recorded session to you. Just WhatsApp me. Just copy the number on your screen and WhatsApp me if you want the recorded session as well, or if you want any further clarification as well, please copy the WhatsApp number and message me after. Any other question?
Okay, so you said 240. 240, what currency?
I'm telling you in Naira now, 240,000, yeah.
Okay. I'll chat you up then. Thank you so much.
No problem, sir. No problem. Any final question from anyone? I believe it's Robert that I just spoke to now. I just saw the message on the chat now. So I'm assuming he is the same person I just spoke to now.
Hello, can I ask a question, please?
Yes, why not?
Yes, okay. So my name is Harry. I am in Ghana.
Hello, Harry.
And yeah, hi. And I've been listening to conversations regarding the course itself, and then what the individual derives from the course. If I got you right, yes, I know you are not affiliated with any professional body or any other institution. However, this is a training to give us that sort of skill,
yes,
for us to go into that space.
Yes.
Okay. Now, for us who are interested in sort of transitioning into that space,
yes,
it means that on our CV, for example, yes, you may have the skill. It could be part of your skill set and everything as a manager within an institution. However, could we also add whatever project that you are going to undertake or whatever we are going to do within this format as part of what we have done?
Yes, that is where the referencing comes in. Yes.
Exactly, yes, so that it helps build us that sort of
Yes.
experience for us to, get
Yes.
jobs in
Yes.
industry. So I think for me, it's a good thing. It's very laudable, and yes, I think most of us should, enroll and then get our careers back on the good path.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Yeah, that's so the 4 months, any project you undertake in that 4 months, I said it earlier on, we'll give you a
Yeah,
reference for that. Right.
absolutely.
We'll give you a reference for that. And yes, and any other thing that you might want to even talk about in terms of CV or how it should look. Everything we can talk, probably if you WhatsApp me, we can discuss about. But definitely for the 4 months duration, you are getting a reference from us to back the project that you'll be
Absolutely.
undertaking, to back it up.
Very well, very well, very
Yeah.
well. Thank you.
Yeah. And as I said, I don't know whether I've mentioned it. Anyone can Google it, or if you are familiar with .gov in the UK, you can go on .gov to go and search for Learn with Pride Limited. We are a registered limited company in the UK. So I even myself, my name, you can type my name on Google. It will bring me out if you want to see what I look like. Type my name. My name is Akin Oladeji. So if you are interested in knowing what this guy looks like, but we sell quality and we sell reassurance, because I've been in that shoe before and I understand what it takes to take someone with no experience from point A to point B. And that is what I want to achieve with everyone that enrolled on this course or any of our courses. That's what we plan
And
to.
great. And one last question. Okay, so does it mean that after completion of this 4 months course, one can work within any industry as far as data
Yes.
analysis or
Yes.
data is concerned?
Capital yes.
Good, good. Because the gentleman who spoke earlier or who asked the question, he said he's an accountant and wants to go, I think, move from accounting to data analytics.
Yes.
Your other gentleman was trying to explain to him that even within accounting, he can specialize in certain areas,
Yes.
with data analytics. But I think it gives us the broad spectrum for us to work within any industry.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct. You can, as a data analyst, you can work in any industry.
Good, good. All right. Thank you very much. I think.
Thanks, Ari.
So for us, for me in Ghana, do I pay in cedis or oh no, I think in dollars, isn't it?
In dollars, it's just a payment link. Just chat me up. I'll explain how to make payment to you. It's
All right.
at your own convenience, with no
All right.
extra charge at all.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, sir.
No problem. Any final question from anyone? I've taken too much of your time. Just one more question. Any question from anyone else? If not, if you are interested in the recording, please, you can as well copy the WhatsApp number. Just message me for the recording and I'll send you the recording. Once again, thank you for your time, everyone. It will be a pleasure to see you on the journey and, to walk the walk with you and to, oh, Mary. Yeah.
Okay,
Mary.
just wanted to confirm. You told us your name where you can look you up. We can search you up.
Yeah, I can. Okay, I'll type it. Don't worry. I'll just search on Google right now. You'll see what I look like. That's my name. You can search on LinkedIn as well. But if you search on Google, it will bring me up.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for your time. I hope we've learned one or two things, and I hope to see you on the other side, where we can walk the walk together and give testimony at the end of the day. So thank you everyone. Thanks for taking too much of. Hello. Yes.
Please, I have been busy, so I couldn't meet the class.
Okay.
And I'll be happy if I can get the recording.
Yeah, please copy the number on your screen, the WhatsApp number on your screen, and send me a message. Then I'll send the recording to you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, all right, no problem. Just copy the number and I'll send you the recording.
All right. Bye.
All right, no problem.
Have a good.
All right. So thanks everyone, and hope to see you on the other side. Once again, my name is Akin Oladeji, founder of Learn with Pride, and I'll be open to see you, as I said, on the other side. Have a good evening, everyone, and enjoy your night. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.